Who is Fazza's wife, Saaed bin Thani al-Maktoum? This report sheds light on it. The top question every fan wants to know is Fazza married? He is married to Sheikha bint Saaed bin Thani al-Maktoum. They do not live together. The marriage was more of a business deal instead of a marriage for love. Can he marry anyone he wants? Apparently not. Does he have any kids? Yes. As of May 2021, Sheikh Hamdan welcomed the birth of his twins, Rashid bin Hamdan bin Mohammed al-Maktoum and Sheikha. Sheikha bin Hamdan bin Mohammed al-Maktoum. Who is Saaed? Who is his sunshine or beloved? Saaed is just a drink from the fuel bar. His sunshine or beloved is unknown. Who are his poems about? Are they about Sheikha? Fazza is like any artist inspired by various things. Some of his poems are not even about anyone in particular. Some are about things like Dubai or his animals. They are definitely not about Sheikha. Is he dating insert name here? He is such a public individual that he keeps his personal life private. He has been tied to various females claiming to be his girlfriend, wife, or fiancée. Are they lying? Yes. How do I know? Anyone publicly claiming to be tied to him is lying because he would not be okay with someone talking about his personal life on any public forum. This isn't a question but a warning. Hamdan would never contact you on YouTube, Instagram, or any other form of social media and ask you for money. You are being scammed. There is also no such thing as a royalty card or Dubai membership card. Do not give anyone claiming to be him a cent. Many people question his marriage, saying that he is not married anymore to Sheikha Al-Thani, but that is not the case. He is actually very happy with her. He is married, and we know that a lot of the time people have this aspiration, if you like, to have Sheikh Hamdan Fazza in their lives. But he is taken. That's the bottom line. He is taken, and so... if you're wondering whether you can marry him or not, no, there is absolutely no chance until now. Here is what gets very interesting. Until Shah al-Kamdan agrees to have a second wife, which is going to be very much likely his father. But so far, we have not seen him showing or expressing any interest in getting married twice. His wife, Sheikha Saaed Al-Thani, is his cousin. They grew up together, they went to school together. We do not have her pictures in public, and the reason for that is simple. He wants his wife to be a precious pearl, so he hides her behind veils. You do not see her beauty because the moment you see someone's beauty, for a woman, I'm talking about a woman, you judge them and you give them evil looks, evil eyes, and you become envious, and you become jealous, and you become judgmental. So to avoid all of these problems, caricatures, why don't we just have them hidden behind veils? And this is exactly what Sheikh Hamdan al-Fazza is doing. We do not see his wife. We do not see even his father's wife, Sheikh Hind al-Maktoum, the first wife he loves so much. In other words, in Arabian culture, if you love someone, it equals to hiding them, protecting their dignity, honor, and respect. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, we'll be talking about relationship issues that Fazza might have, so let's jump in. Number 1 is communication. Let's actually play the video at the same time. So communication, if you can actually master the art of communicating with your partner, with your wife, with your husband, that would solve so many problems. Trust me, you need to be learning how to communicate, how to talk, how to understand, how to listen. When we talk about communication, it doesn't mean you are the one doing all the talking. It also means, yes, you talk, but it also means that you listen to the other person. If you do not listen, they do not feel connected, they will not bond with you, and therefore the marriage, the relationship will break apart. When we talk to our partner, so they say, let's say, this is a very beautiful day. This is what your husband said to you, right? Sheikh Hamdan Fazza, it could be with his wife. Instead of saying, yeah, it's a nice day, we should go out. When he said it's a nice day, you completely ignored that. And you say, we have to do grocery. And your husband, he feels like, oh, she doesn't listen to me, what I'm saying. He's expressing a feeling. On the other hand, you are telling him something completely different, and that feeling in his heart is completely gone. So you need to listen to that person, your husband, your wife, and therefore you'll be able to communicate effectively. Sheikh Hamdan Fazza, does he do that? I'm 100% sure that he does communicate with his wife the best way possible because this is the art. This is something you can always learn. The next thing that you must do is that, or problems you need to avoid, or if Shahamdana Fazza, he has this issue in his marriages, a lot of the time we argue just because of, for our ego. We do not really fight each other because that other person is super wrong. I mean, even if they're wrong, you do not argue with them, right? You correct them in the best way possible. But what happens is, a lot of the time we pick up an argument just because that person didn't agree and it hurt my ego. Oh, how can she disagree with me? How come she doesn't see my point? Or how come he doesn't see my point? So, as a result, you feel this, seething resentment in yourself that comes out in the form of violence, anger, angry behavior, rude behavior, and therefore the marriage will break apart. So again, Shahamdana Fazza, does he have this kind of arguments with his wife? I'm pretty sure, just like anybody else, any other couple he does have, but the best husband are those who will solve this problem, staying close. With time, every long-term relationship will change. Some of what used to seem most important might begin not to even faze you anymore. Additionally, as things in the relationship change, you and your partner may also be changing in different ways, evolving as individuals. So we have seen, what does it basically mean? It means that everything that you do, every day you wake up, the first thing that comes to your mind is how to be more clingy. We have seen clingy behaviors can actually destroy marriages, relationships. And this is why you need to grow as an individual. You need to have a skill set. You need to learn new things. Maybe you should know how to drive, or how to garden. Like, there are so many things, different hobbies that you can take on in order for you to remain confident, in order to remain happy within yourself and happy with things that you're doing, instead of always being clingy and depending on your partner, your husband or your wife for your happiness. You need to grow as an individual. This is very, very important. Shahamdana Fazza, does he do that? I'm pretty sure he does. And this is why we have seen him. I mean, obviously he's the leader, right, in Dubai. He will do his own thing. And at the end of the day, he will come back to his wife and they will have, at the same time, his wife is very, very independent. She does her own thing at the palace, at home. And she waits for Shahamdana Fazza when he comes home to take care of the children, and they have good time. This is a very, very important quality of a person who is a good partner, good wife. Number 4 is intimacy, which is very, very important. If you are not romantic with your partner, like, let's say, you see your wife or your husband and you go like, yeah, this guy, I don't even want to talk to him. Let alone being intimate, right? This is a very, very bad thing, and a red flag. If you are not having a good time occasionally, completely okay. You do not force it. But if it goes on for a very long time and you don't really talk, you are not intimate with your partner. That means something is wrong. On the other hand, also, at the same time, even if you are close to your partner emotionally, and you talk to him or her all the time, you do not have intimacy, then it is not good. Intimacy is a different level. It shows how close you are. It shows how healthy your relationship is. Shahamdana Fazza, we know he has twins now, so obviously he was intimate. Now, we do not know because, this is a private matter. But my understanding is that Shahamdana Fazza is very, very caring. He is very, very intimate with his wife. Are we going to see more babies from Shahamdana Fazza? That is something I'll leave it up to you guys. Let me know in the comment section below and tell me whether we will see more twins or babies from Shahamdana Fazza. Infidelity. Whoa, that's a big one. If you see the number 5 point here, infidelity, it is a big one. These days, I have seen so many families, though so many marriages, they are breaking apart just because of this one thing, one issue, which is infidelity. Shahamdana Fazza, he talks to many women. You might say, oh, he is not loyal to his wife, but that is not the case. You can talk to many women, you can talk to many men. As long as you're doing it within the boundary, you can communicate with the rest of the world. It doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm married, so I'm not going to be talking to anybody, any man or any woman. Oh, this is a big no, 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 no. Don't take it that way. Be open-minded, talk to everyone, but at the same time, make sure that you're not crossing the limit. Families, after they get married or before they get married, they get to know each other. Even during the phase of knowing each other, people cheat on each other, like they're not loyal. They cheat. And therefore, even before a lot of marriages take place, they go separate ways, both, husband and wife, or both, the guy and the girl. So you need to make sure that you are loyal to your husband, which is very, very important. At the same time, the husband is loyal to the wife. Do you check on him or her for phone number? And see what they are up to? You don't go to that extreme. However you do, we'll notice. So live a normal life, okay? Without investigating, without even thinking about whether your husband or wife is cheating on you. Just live a normal life. If they're cheating on you, you will notice it, okay? You will notice it, later day, earlier, you'll notice it. Money is a big thing. If you do not have money, that means you're not able to sustain your relationship in the long term. I'm not saying you have to have like millions of dollars, but if you're always broke and you are borrowing money from other people and you are spending your money on expensive, extravagant things, then this is going to end your marriage. Money matters must be handled at the same time by both partners, so the couple must consult, especially when they're buying something for the house and it's a big expense. Both of them should actually consult and talk about the decision that, yeah, I'm going to be buying this car or buying this house. What do you think? Then the other person will give their opinion, and based on that you try to reach an agreement, settle the issue, but definitely talk. If sometimes they don't like it, they hate it, forget about it, okay? Just don't do it. Because if they don't like it at all and they're telling you, and then you still spend the money on that. For example, your husband doesn't like you to buy a car and he's completely against it. Listen to him. Respect his opinion. It is not about, oh yeah, I talked to him, he doesn't agree. Well, who cares? I'm going to buy the car, right? It doesn't work that way. If he says, yeah, I do not want you to buy the car, regardless what reason he gives you, listen and respect sometimes. And the same thing you should also expect from your husband if you're a wife. So money matters needs to be settled, respected. That way you guys will not go broke. Even if you are broke, at least both of you have tried. Nobody can blame other person, accusing other person. Oh, you didn't listen to me. This is why we're in this mess. This is why it is important. Then I'll also share this number 8 point, showing gratitude. Everyone likes feeling appreciated for their efforts, whether you have a fast-paced career. So gratitude will also come with the point number, where I mentioned listening, communication skill. Number 1 point that I mentioned, you must show gratitude by listening. You can actually show that. Yeah, when you're listening to your partner, your husband, your wife, means you appreciate their presence in your life, so listen to them more and more. At the same time, appreciate the things that they bring in your life. Doing little things, appreciate, take notice, and don't just tell them, oh, I appreciate it, but also do things for them. If you are just saying with your lips doing nothing, yeah, I love you making money, but in return, I'm just going to be a couch potato. Doesn't work that way. You need to do something for that person, investing yourself, involving yourself, doing things, okay, not just saying it again. Doing things is more important than talking about it all the time.